Hello, it's Dale here. I just thought I'd show you what I've been playing with, not this week, but just not very recently. I bought myself some stencils. This is sort of thinking of the art in the Van Gogh style, and I had a couple of my line drawings, and one of course is the Starry Night, that one at the cafe, and this is the Starry Night. So Van Gogh with his mark making is just amazing if you look at it, beyond the colour and back to the raw materials, and so even for copying it's really good to try. So I used from there, I indulged myself with a few stamps as well, foam stamps, and I'm just trying to get some of those, the Starry Night and the stencils, and I did a lot of jelly printing paper or just stamping on tissue, mostly tissue and other papers. So, you know, the gold with different fabric paints, gold paints, and mostly Lumiere I like to use, and just trying to get different effects which I can colour in later if I wanted to. So I just thought I'd show you a few of what I did. You can while away a lot of time here. This is a different stencil that I had. And again, using the stamps on tissue of course always very good, and you can build up layers and layers. You can, especially like the hidden depths that come. So then some tissue that I had already, and you know, that I could use as I thought about it, and more stamps and so on. And just to show you the sort of, and this is another stencil, but as a background, I just like the way that they are hiding. You can pile stuff on the top all the time. And another one of this one, I like this one, so I used it a lot. And I also have this one here. They're terrible to store because they get caught up in each other, so sometimes they drive me nuts. I should really put them in plastic things, but I always forget. And a couple of others, so as you can see, I spend a bit of dough on those, just sort of looking at this theme because Van Gogh's always appealing. And some more there, just showing how you build up, and then you've got a huge storage and of stuff. This one here is quite effective with the gold, always comes out well on tissue which I had painted with blue. So they're mostly all white tissue that I've worked onto. I'm just showing them all so you can see sort of stuff that one has, and there they all are there. So then I also did a whole lot of fabrics, bits of fabrics, and colour them to get those effects, and other ones here using an assortment of things, mostly on black poly cotton that was lying around. Use what you've got to get the effects that you want. And oh yes, some more here, and I might have used the jelly plate with that, but look, this sort of effect is quite good here. And some other fabrics that I might have had, a bit of poly cotton and some lace and all that sort of thing. So you look in your stash for what you've got that you think might go, and this is actually a bit of commercial or hand-dyed fabric that I've built onto. So if you buy hand-dyed fabrics by other people, there's mountains around, they are so much better when they become your own and you're building up on top of them. This was some same person, I think, but I've added a bit of other colour in. And then I finished up, after all this stuff, it's piling up there, and you know, there's things that you can always call on. That's another stencil that I had fun with. It's one of my other ones. And then I decided to turn them both into two little books. And this is a paper book made with some of the paper. And I've also used washi tape, I think, you know, stuff that you collect. It's got nothing to do with it. And then I made a little book, so it's a little pocket book. It's all, you won't know what's inside there, but I have in fact covered both sides. So it's a tiny little book based on the idea of Van Gogh, and bits and pieces, and coming around using some of those bits that I showed you earlier, that bits and pieces off here and there, gluing them on. I've stitched them all down the side, and so that's my little paper book. And then I thought I'd start a little fabric book. I haven't quite put this one together yet, but again you can see the fabrics that have come, that I've used from what I coloured. There's another one there that's been with some lace and things like that, more little bits of lace, and some more there to get the Starry Night effect. And in here again, I've got to tie it all up together, and so that's my little book. And then I did a little tiny bit of stitching, just to try and start thinking about the effects of how I might use some of the ideas and some of the fabrics. So I've got some of the different stuff that I wanted to get those colours for the Van Gogh. So that's my little playing for the moment, and I hope that's been of interest to you, and we'll see you again another time. Bye.